Angela, thank you so much for joining us today. I'd love to start by giving our audience some background on both you and Shiny Fund. Angela's career spans leadership roles across some of the world's most influential funds, from cross-border finance of AIMS to steering multi-billion-dollar portfolios at CICC Shanghai and Peakvest, to leading Shiny Fund. With such a unique background with a finance and law degree from University of Sydney, this allows her to navigate the complexity of global capital with discipline and vision. Shiny Fund has established a reputation for one of the most dynamic cross-border investment institutions, with offices in China, Japan, South Korea, the United States, Singapore, London, Sydney, Dubai, and Berlin. Shiny Funds brings both capital and deep expertise across private equity, funds of funds, capital markets, and direct investment opportunities. Shiny Funds team has directly invested and indirectly in over 6,000 high-growth enterprises with more than 600 companies successfully listed on the major global stock exchanges. Among these, over 60 unicorns with lots of household names. So for CapTech 2025, for you delegates, this means one thing, an unparalleled opportunity to engage directly with Shiny Fund. Could you share a little bit about your personal journey in finance and how this eventuated you to leading Shiny Fund?
Thank you, Sarah. It's my honor to join the conference as well. For myself, I've been working in the financial industry for over 20 years. Am I supposed to say that? It reveals my age, which is the secret of the ladies. Uh, yeah, just let's back to the
Started when you
topic.
were 15.
Okay, this sounds so great. Okay, I think I've got very deep connection with Australia. In 2003, I went to Sydney to pursue my master degree in University of Sydney. After that, in 2006, I joined one of the large financial institutions in Australia. My main responsibility is in charge of the Greater China area. Within nearly 20 years working experience, I think I have accumulated enough experience in fund management industry, in the direct investment and the merger acquisition. And I'm also the first batch of people in China who obtained the securities practice qualification. Yeah, it's an honor as well. And also for the fund management industry, I've got over 10 years management experience working with CICC, one of the largest financial institution in China. And also I worked for Peakwest, which is the second largest market-oriented fund management company. Yeah, with these two organizations, we do invested a lot of good GPs, fund managers, and high growth potential enterprises. And also we found the very good unicorns company as well. As Sarah mentioned, it's worth of mentioning that Shiny Fund really invested directly and indirectly invested more than 6,000 high growth enterprises worldwide. Among the 6,000 enterprises, there are 600 companies have been listed in the major stock market worldwide. And also, there are 60 unicorns among the 6,000 companies. It's really worth of mentioning. It's a really good operation performance. Yes, and of course, Shiny Fund. I honorably joined Shiny Fund in the beginning of 2024 in charge of the Asia Pacific area business, including fund management, including the merger acquisition fund. Of course, Shiny Fund was initiated and established by a couple of major players in the world capital market. Yeah, and as Sarah mentioned, we are fund of fund. The major business is invest into fund managers, and also we do direct investment, including the follow-up investment strategy. Also, we invest into secondary market, is capital market as well. And thirdly, we invested in real estate investment trusts, the REITs. During the operation, we do accumulate the great pipelines, the world's largest well-known companies as well.
So you bring a lot of experience to the role. One of your most important responsibilities is selecting the right managers to partner with. When you're evaluating fund managers, what factors do you most consider? Is it their track record across cycles or their sector expertise? Or do you sometimes back first-time managers?
Okay, in the process of selecting fund managers, we're mainly focusing on the three factors. One is the past performance of the enterprise. Next is the members of the enterprise team. And the third is the sectors covered by the enterprise's funds. Well, regarding the fund manager, the team, and the tracking record, and also their fund investment sectors, these three sectors are also equally important for our selecting and screening fund managers.
Okay, very good. And so would it be something would you ever look back at someone that's first time manager, or is it really about that experience that's most important?
Okay, well, regarding whether we will choose newly established funds or funds with excellent performance, old funds, actually, we tend to invest in some old funds with really nice, excellent performance. Generally speaking, the tracking record is very important for a fund of fund to get invested in. But however, if there are some newly established funds whose funding teams are quite powerful, who have large institutions to start their own businesses and have achieved remarkable investment performance in their previous investment careers, we will also open exceptional doors or gate for these funds.
Amazing. That's a huge opportunity, especially with CapTech being in Australia. There's a lot of diversity and new funds being established around the new markets that are being created. So once you have identified the right managers, the next challenge must be balancing them with the broader portfolios. How do you think about portfolio construction across different asset classes, sectors, or even across geographies?
Okay, in each of our investments, we will balance the funds we plan to invest in, just like private equity, private debt, fixed income, and also REITs. Some funds have very good returns, but relatively high risks, while others offer stable returns like fixed income funds. In this way, we can ensure that our investors can obtain a long-term stable and excellent returns.
So no portfolio lives in a vacuum. Global trends often reshape these allocations. When you're making investment decisions, which macro trends are most top of mind for you?
Okay, in terms of the macro development trend, we are basically quite optimistic about the sectors of deep technology, healthcare, and the big consumption. Because in this process, with the development of the times and the progress of science and the technology, people's living standards and the quality of life are constantly being improved. But at the same time, why do we pay attention to healthcare? Well, the big healthcare field is the foundation of human survival. And there's also the areas of big consumption. In the field of big consumption, it includes mergers and acquisitions. through the means of merger and acquisitions, we can achieve the integration of some consumer products. Well, to put it simply, in my personal understanding, I think that feels like technology, healthcare, and big consumption are constantly undergoing industrial upgrading. In this process, these fields will develop better and better. By the way, we will be launching 3 funds of funds this year, which will invest in these 3 fields respectively. Basically, the scale of each fund is no less than 500 million US dollars. That means this fund of fund will screening and selecting these areas, fund managers, and high growth companies. This refers to average operation in the process of our fund selecting. However, for large, excellent merger and acquisition projects in the market, we will launch or deploy larger amount of funds to conduct a merger and acquisition integration.
Amazing. Well, that provides incredible opportunities for anybody connecting to Shiny Fund, especially at CapTech 2025. One of the spaces where those trends are likely to play out very visibly. Looking ahead to CapTech 2025, what do you expect to see?
Very good question. Firstly, we highly recognize the CapTech 2025 event. That's why we are participating in this event as an important partner this year. One highlight of this event is that our Shiny Fund will also bring some of our outstanding partners in the Asia Pacific region to Australia. This includes very well-known investment institutions such as fund of funds and direct investment funds. Meanwhile, there will be also global large Fortune 500 companies, unicorns, enterprises with excellent growth potential, and some very large energy enterprises that will participate in this event together. And then we will facilitate cooperation among everyone. This is the first highlight. Secondly, through this event, we also hope to establish a very direct channel and cooperate more easily and closely with local institutions in Australia. And thirdly, we hope that through this event, all the guests and enterprises attending the event can form a very good connection and jointly develop and make arrangements globally. Of course, in the places where our Shiny Fund has branches, we also welcome further in-depth cooperation with you through our branch network. Finally, we wish this forum, the summit, a complete success. We are looking forward to meeting you in Sydney in mid-November.
We are looking forward to welcoming you and or your network and just the influence that you bring to CapTech 2025. We're very grateful to have you being a major partner. Thank you so much, Angela, and thank you, Shiny Fund.